At the beginning of the universe, there was the YouTube video. But before that, there was the YouTube script for that video. And I wrote it. Don't look that up. But this video is how to write the best scripts for your YouTube videos. Let's dive into it. Starting off, add highs and lows to your videos. Why is this important? Well, going 90 miles an hour can be exhausting for an audience. Now, that's not necessarily bad, going 90 miles an hour. However, you also want to have some slower points in your videos. The way you speak can actually point out what it is that you're trying to say. When you're speaking fast and quickly, you might be excited, you might be showing joy or excitement or happiness. But when you slow down and really take your time, you focus on the important points. You can give a sense of seriousness, a warning, or important advice that your viewer needs to listen to. Ultimately, this will bring a sense of variety to your videos, so keep that in mind. Next up, write whatever way is easiest for you. Now, I don't mean wrong. Punctuation does exist, language does exist. There are certain ways to build a sentence. What I'm talking about is some YouTubers say, write out your script in bullet points, whereas other YouTubers would say, write it out word for word. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do either of those things, or you can do both. What's important is that you write in a way that you feel comfortable writing, that makes it easy for you. Does it work for you? If so, awesome. If not, you can look to change it afterwards. What's important is that you figure out your style of writing for your videos. Are you the kind of person who can turn on the camera and just start talking? Or do you prefer to have a teleprompter behind the camera that is reading out every single word that you have to say? Either way works. Neither is wrong. Find what works for you and use that. Personally, the way I like to do it is I write my script out in bullet points, but then I'll go through, and if there are specific points that I want to make, I will write them out word for word so that I don't miss anything later on. This doesn't necessarily mean that I have to say them word for word, but it is just to help me remember the general idea of what it is I'm trying to convey to my listeners. Next, speak simply. Make your video easy to understand. There's no need to use big words. Let me put it another way. Articulate succinctly. Ensure your audio-visual presentation is effortlessly comprehensible. No obligation exists to utilize verbose lexicon. Which one did you understand more easily? What's important is that you convey your idea to your audience. The video is not for you to show off how smart you are. The video is for you to entertain, educate, or update your audience who are listening. How can you do that if they have no idea what you just said? That sentence was so difficult, I had to read it word for word in order to record it. So keep it simple, and you'll keep your audience hooked on what you're saying. The next point is to develop your title and thumbnail first. This will help tie everything in your video into a central theme. If you remember, that was our first point. The idea is that having a title and thumbnail already figured out helps you to know how you're going to build your video and gives you something to build your video around. That title and thumbnail is the foundation of your video. That's how important it is. When you're new, it's recommended that you start by making a title and a thumbnail. Once you've been writing videos for a while and you have a good feel of how to build a title and a thumbnail, you can actually do this step later on. However, you still want to spend a lot of time on your title and thumbnail. As the metrics show, they are one of the most impactful things that will get your views on videos. I'll leave you with one last point. Always know who your viewer is. and what kind of videos you want to create for them. Now, how can you know who all your viewers are? Well, that's not necessarily what I mean. Create a viewer in your mind. Perhaps his name is Daniel, and he works a 9-to-5 job and is looking to start making YouTube videos on his own time. Maybe her name is Sonia. She's a stay-at-home mom who wants to use the spare time that she has to make YouTube videos. Or perhaps his name is Max, and he's a student who decided that he wants to start his own YouTube channel on his summer vacation. Now, Max might like a little bit more humor in his videos, and Sonia, well, she might like things a little bit more cut and dry, to the point. Find a happy medium, something that works for all of your viewers that you create in your mind. You wouldn't want every other frame to be memes or the video itself to be completely bone dry. So work towards figuring out who your viewer is and who you're making videos for, which will help you to have a clear sense of the kind of videos that you want to write. Well, there it is, huh? A couple of tips to help you write the best YouTube scripts. If you like what you found here today, you want to see some more, leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching. Stay liquid. V-Tang out. You need to write out scripts in bullet points. Some YouTubers, and some people say we're living in a simulation. If that's the case, I gotta say, well done to whoever wrote that script. A story. Articulate succinctly. Articulate succinctly. Ensure that your audio-visual presentation